Hello everyone, hi. So I'm back with one more video, and in this video what I'm going to talk about is relationship of AAIP streams with the express entry. So I have been asked this question multiple times in the WhatsApp group and my YouTube video comments, and I feel that there is some kind of confusion. Okay, so let me just try and address that confusion of how different AIP streams relate or do not relate to express entry. Okay, so first, very quick refresher. Express entry is a program which is ran by the federal government with IRCC, where they invite people to apply for PR. Okay, so IRCC has its own comprehensive ranking system, or CRS, where it assigns scores to each applicant, and then based on that application, uh, they are invited to apply for PR. Okay, so this invitation from IRCC, right? This invitation from IRCC is broadly given to four type of candidates. So as a candidate, you can fall into one of these categories. The first is obviously Canadian experience class, which is um, people who have already worked in Canada or who have significant experience in Canada. Foreign skilled worker. So if you have not worked in Canada but you have foreign skilled worker experience, you can qualify under foreign skilled worker. Foreign skilled trade program, which is basically if you are experienced in any kind of skilled trades, then you can qualify for one of the foreign skilled trades program. And the last is the provincial nomination program, or the PNP. So IRCC can invite people who are nominated by provinces. So AAIP is just one of the various provincial nomination programs that are in Canada. Alberta Immigration Advantage Immigration Program is a provincial nomination program ran by Alberta government. Okay, which means that if Alberta government nominates you, you can qualify for PNP, and then via the express entry route can be invited to apply for PR, Canada PR. Okay, but does that mean all Alberta immigration programs go through express entry? So the question is, all AIP needs express entry? And the simple answer is no. Okay, so let's first look at all the AIP streams. Again, this would be a very quick refresher thing. If you need any details on any of these streams, I have created videos on each of the streams, so you can look into it. So the first is Alberta opportunity stream for people who are already working in Alberta. Alberta general express entry stream and Alberta Tech Pathway. These two are the programs in which Alberta government invites people based on their express entry profile and their NOC. Okay, and the last is the Alberta Rural Renewal Scheme. So Alberta government runs these four programs, but just to give you an idea, only Alberta General Express Entry Stream and the Alberta Tech Pathway operates with the Express Entry, which is run by the IRCC. AOS and ARSS, AOS Alberta Opportunity Stream and Alberta Rural Renewal Stream, they don't operate with the express entry. Okay, so let me just take you very quickly through the processes, and then you will understand how the each of the stream works. So let's see as the first stream, Alberta Opportunity Stream. Okay, so Alberta opportunity stream starts with your eligibility check. So as a candidate, you check your eligibility. Okay, so eligibility check, this obviously happens offline. So if you think that you are eligible for Alberta opportunity stream, the next step is you apply to AIP via their portal. Okay, so in AIP portal there is a applications, there is a way of applying under the Alberta opportunity stream if you think that you qualify, that you meet all the eligibility criteria. So when you apply for AIP, obviously you pay all the fees, submit all the documents to the portal. Then this is kind of processed. This your application will be processed by AIP, and then if everything is found fine, it would be approved by AIP. So what this basically approval means is that you can now use this approval, use this nomination. So this is, you are nominated now. This means that once it's approved, you are nominated, and then you would be asked to apply for PR. Okay, and how do you apply for PR? Using the PR portal. Okay, so you would be given details on how to apply for PR using the PR portal. So in the PR portal, obviously you will have to pay all the fees, submit all any documents that might be needed, and then once approved, you will be issued your Canadian PR. Okay, so this is how the flow for AOS happens. Now understand this, in this particular flow there is no involvement of express entry. Okay, this is totally happens between you and AIP, and then once AIP approves, you will apply directly using the PR portal. Okay, so this is how your AOS scheme works. So there is no 600 points, nothing happening under the AOS scheme. Let's go into the Alberta General Express Entry. Alberta General Express Entry starts with your Express Entry profile. So as all of us who are interested in migrating to Canada, we will create our Express Entry profile in the IRCC, with IRCC. Then we will say that in that Express Entry, we will express our interest to stay in Alberta. Okay, once we have done this, then based on our score, our NOC, our experience, etc., Alberta will conduct a draw, right? Very similar to the IRCC draws. Alberta conducts draws, and then based on these draws, it selects candidates from the express entry pool, and sends them something called a NOI, notification of interest. So notification of interest is basically a document which Alberta government will send to individual applications from the express entry pool based on multiple criteria. Okay, so here after you get your NOI, you will complete your application with AIP. Again, this happens on the AIP portal. So you apply to AIP, again pay your fees and your documentations, and then it is processed, approved. Once it is processed and approved, you get nominated. Okay, the person will get nominated. After this nomination, you will get your 600 points in your express entry profile. Okay, so whatever your express entry score was at this particular point of time, it will get added with 600 points when nominated, right? So when nominated, you will get another 600 points. Okay, And after this, once you get your 600 points, what you basically do, you will basically wait for IRCC draws. So once IRCC draw happens, they will send you a ITA or a invitation to apply. And once you get your ITA, you will submit your express entry application. So till now you have just created your express entry profile. Okay, now you will submit your express entry application with all the fees and the documentation that you need, right? And this documentation includes your PNP documentation, any kind of nomination certificate, etc. Once you pay your fees and your documentation, IRCC will process your documentations and approve. Once you are approved, they will provide you access to the PR portal where you can apply for your PR card. Okay, so this is what happens under the general express entry, which operates under the umbrella of express entry. Okay, so for Alberta general express entry, yes, it works with your express entry profile. Okay, now what happens under the Alberta Tech Pathway or the ATP program? So Alberta Tech Pathway, as I have discussed in various videos, it's a sub scheme under the Alberta General Express Entry. So the flow is similar. With the only difference is that you can send a something called a EOI or an expression of interest to Alberta, and then once your expression of interest is kind of accepted by Alberta, they send you a NOI. So here Alberta doesn't no draws, so it's not dependent on a draw from Alberta. The Alberta will you will assess your eligibility and then send a EOI, and then if they found your EOI to be valid, they will send you a NOI, and then the process beyond NOI is same. Beyond NOI is same for express entry and tech pathway. Okay, so what I mean is that once you get your, so here you create your express entry profile, you and then what happens is you will the difference comes over here. So here it's replaced by a EOI for Alberta Tech Pathway. So here you don't have to do any kind of you don't have to wait for any draw from Alberta. So you will send a EOI, and then you will get a NOI from Alberta, and then after that the process is same. You still apply to Alberta using the Aaip portal, you pay your fees, you wait for the processing and approval. Once you're nominated, you get 600 points. Once you get 600 points, you wait for IRCC draws to happen. Once the draw happens, you will get a ITA. Once you get an ITA, you submit your express entry application with all your fees and documentations along with any PNP documentation. Then once this express entry application is processed and approved, you will get access to PR portal and you can apply for your PR card. Okay, so stream number 2 and 3, as I told here, they operate under the express entry umbrella. Okay, now let's go to the last stream for worker, which is the rural renewal scheme. So rural renewal scheme is also a non-express entry stream, which means that you need not create an express entry profile for rural renewal scheme. Rural renewal scheme, I have a detailed videos on its eligibility and mode of application, but at a very high level, it starts with your community endorsement. So if you get a if you get your a job offer from a designated rural community, and then that job offer is endorsed by that particular community, once you have that job offer, you then start the process of applying to AAIP using their portal, very similar to AOS. So you apply to AAIP portal, again you pay your fees and your documentations. So you will have to provide all the documentation that you give. Then once it's processed and approved, you just you will get access to the PR portal. You will apply for PR directly under the PR portal. So here again, there is no question of any kind of 600 points. So there is no 600 points, no ITA, no draws, no IRCC draws. You don't have to worry about these things. Okay. So RRS, the Rural Renewal Scheme, and AOS is somewhat very similar to each other, where you apply directly to Alberta, and then once it's applied, once it's approved, you will apply directly to the PR portal. Okay. So I hope this is now clear to you guys, how different streams of Alberta immigration works and how they are related to each other. Again, a very quick synopsis: AOS and ARS and the renewal schemes are non-express entry, and you just apply directly to Alberta immigration. Once approved, you can straight away apply for your PR. However, but the express entry uh, programs, which is basically Alberta General Express Entry and Alberta Tech Pathway, these two programs operates under the umbrella of express entry. Okay, so I hope you guys are clear. If you have any questions, post it to the description and I will try and answer them to the best of my ability, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.